Good evening, Francois. It's a pleasure to see you once again after probably a couple of months now. It's a pleasure to see you and to know a little more about Bob's new plans for 2022. So, if I may ask you a couple of quick questions about Bob's plan for the new year, especially you're quite specialized in doing well in all the other sectors of packaging, in the sense folding carton and corrugation and flexible packaging and labels as well when it comes to flexo as a technology. But now that you are also into the digital space, digital print for packaging, I'd like to hear from you about Bob's plan for this particular sector within package print.
So, by the way, thank you very much for taking the time to be with me tonight. So, for the Middle East and for flexible for labels and flexible packaging, but specifically labels, Bobst, we have now understood better what the market is expecting. And as you said, we have a strong knowledge of flexo printing. And since 2017, we have invested a significant amount of money into digital printing technology with the so-called Movement technology. And now we are combining both together. And we want to offer to the customers and in the USA, in Europe, and in the Middle East, we want to offer them integrated machines, all in one, all in line, combining digital and flexo modules as you wish. And that's the news that we are revealing today at the Swiss Pavilion on the Expo 2020.
Congratulations. I would like to hear a little more about this new launch that you're doing when it comes to digital solutions that you have for the label market. So please tell us, probably you can speak to us a little about how you entered into this space with Movement and how you upgraded, or rather how the step by step, and today you're in a position to offer a product. I'd like to hear about a little bit about the quick past and the present and the future.
So that's a good point. So we want now to offer what we call an all-in-one, all-in-line solution with a modular architecture. And we want to take all the technologies into one single device. And at the very first step, it was the acquisition of GUA for Flexo. Then came the initial developments with the Movement technology, the first product called the LB702, LB701, and then we came with a first concept of all-in-one called the digital M5. It was an existing M5 Flexo machine that is well known in the world and also in the Middle East.
Right.
That M5, we added a digital module to it. And that product has been quite successful. We sold 12 of them the last 9 months. And we understood that this is what customers want. They don't want only digital printing, they want label production. And now we are launching 2 new machines called Digital Master 340, Digital Master 510. So 340, it is the print width. 510, it's much wider. And these 2 machines will be available in the Middle East. And they are going to be fully modular and upgradable. So it means that you can design your own machines digital only, if you want, but you can also do it digital with some flexo printing modules. You can add embellishment if you want, like cold foil. You can put finishing if you want. And very important, we are integrating for the first time quality control solutions into that machine with the famous Bobst IQ Check technology. And all of this is going to be in one single machine as you wish and available in the summertime for the Middle East. And the products are announced on the 22nd of March.
Right. Thank you. Francois, tell me about Bob's specialty in this particular sector for digital print. We have many players in this market, in this particular technology, if you like. Within digital print for packaging, we have many technologies which we saw. And you have chosen inkjet, which is the growing technology. And what I mean, there are others also in the same space doing the same technology. But what sets Bobst apart from its competition, if you like? What's your message? Why should converters or packaging converters choose Bobst as the solution for digital, and why not somebody else? What's special about Bobst?
So the way we are differentiating ourselves, it is that we are not looking at digital printing only. We are really looking at label production, and we are talking to label converters. And all the label converters, they know that each time you are moving a job from one machine to another machine, you are wasting time, but you are also wasting substrate. So what we want to tell to the label converters it is that they can optimize the way they produce labels by combining flexo and digital in one single device, including embellishment, finishing, and quality control. And this is the way we differentiate from the competition, and we are not putting one technology against the other, because at Bobst we offer the everything. If you want flexo, you go with flexo. If you want only digital, you can do it. And if you want both combined, we have it as well. And what is also unique, it is that you will have a single point of contact. So if you have flexo questions or flexo troubles, you talk to us. If you have digital questions, you have the same contact. And of course, if you integrate both, always the same person. And specifically for the Middle East, we are hiring service engineers that are going to be based in Dubai, helping customers in the Middle East. So
Right.
that's what we want to do. And that's what is unique from us.
Okay.
And it is all done by Bobst. We don't rely on third-party companies to intervene on things that we are not mastering.
Thank you. There's a very important aspect when it comes to the Middle East and Africa region. When you compare the North American market or European market, these are mature markets where brand owners and converters have developed the product, and together they worked, and then it's an easier job for you to convince or to sell a technology. Over here, we are having a lot of people from outside this country, let's say expatriates who are working over here, who have good knowledge, but at the same time, digital being a new technology when it comes to implementing it. So training and making both the converter and the brand owner understand the importance of digital print for packaging is, I wouldn't say a challenge, but it's a little bit of a bottleneck. Is Bobst doing something in terms of training both brand owners and converters? How do you want to bring them to a level to make them understand all the benefits that digital print for packaging, especially for labels, can offer? You have a program for that, or what's your plan for that?
So first of all, when we are talking about the Middle East being different, I would say yes, but at the same time, I visited customers this morning
Right.
and yesterday as well, and I was very impressed by the level of the quality of the facilities.
Right.
And to be very honest, some of the one I visited, they are way better than some companies in France or in Italy. I saw
Thank you.
optimized production floors, extremely clean, organized, and these companies today in the Middle East, they are facing the same challenges as the one in Germany
Right.
or in the US. So we all agree that there is more demand for shorter runs, seasonal campaigns, a campaign specific for Ramadan, a campaign specific for an event like Expo 2020. So all these short runs or medium-sized runs with some level of customizations or versioning, you call it the way you want, this is valid all over the world. And the Middle East is not an exception. So now we believe that our new solution makes sense for the customers. Now to the training. Training is important, but what we have seen in the Middle East is that you have a young population and a lot of people are digital native. So they will learn fairly quickly how to operate these machines. I have met a lot of young press operators, some of them coming from India, like you, and these guys, honestly, they know it. They understand the workflow. They are, in fact, we have in the Middle East something unique. We have a young population. that can deal with technology, while in Europe, we are struggling with an aging population where finding digital capabilities is not so easy. In terms of training, to be very clear, we have specific training classes. So if you buy a new machine, we will train the press operators and we will help them to make sure that everything works. But I'm very confident that training people in the Middle East will be easier than training people in Europe or even in the US, where we do not have so many digital capabilities available.
Wonderful. That's nice to hear. Thank you. That's a compliment for our region, for our converters in this region. What would be a message to our readers? Probably you can look at our readers and especially converters and brand owners. What is Bobst's message with this new digital product that you have launched? What is your message for them? What do you think they should be doing for the future?
So, I mean, for all the ones listening,
Yes.
label production, it's about delivering labels to the clients that they can use. And you need to do that with the right level of quality, with the right timing, because people are very much waiting on the last minute to make changes and things like that. And you need to deliver the labels at the right price. And that's exactly what we have designed with our new solution, combining the two technologies, because this is the only way to be able to deliver quality, faster time to market, and the right price in one single device. And very important, we have integrated the finishing, the embellishment into the machine, because I'm talking to label converters. I'm not talking to label printers. So printing is just a tiny part. And at Bobst, we have been in packaging for more than 130 years. And we understand what it means to make it from the beginning till the end. And that's what we are now delivering in label production. So check these new solutions, Digital Master 340, 510, and design the machine the way you want. And then in the future, if you want to upgrade, you can also do it. So you are protecting your investments, and you will have one single partner to talk to with someone, well, I mean, not only one, with people sitting physically in Dubai.
Thank you, Francois. We have come to the end of this interview, but I want to ask one question, which is a very different question. I want you to give your view about Dubai, and we are doing this event in World Expo 2020. And how is your experience here for Expo and experience about Dubai in general? If you can just tell our readers.
So, what is the last exhibition I was? It was the one in Italy. But now, being in Dubai, I came twice, and this is my second visit to the Expo 2020. What I like is to see all these nationalities mixing, all these cultures mixing, all these religions, and all this belief that we can live together for a better world. And when we talk about all the different themes like opportunity, sustainability, I mean, all what is discussed when you visit the pavilion, I really like it because this is the way the world should be. I hope that more and more will be like that. The shows are very impressive. You have a lot of diversity. That's what I like as well. It's not boring at all. And it is giving me a good confidence that we are heading towards a better future.
Francois, the new approach, or let's say new buzzword when it comes to sustainability, or let's say when it comes to packaging, there is a buzzword which is in the market, which I'm sure you know. Minimalism is the new luxury in packaging. So this is what many brand owners are going more minimalistic with the packaging to prove their carbon footprint credentials. And how is Bobst working or complementing this buzzword or this particular sustainability aspect in general? And also perhaps you can a little bit more specific when it comes to this new product that you've launched.
So the trend on minimalism, I think it's a good trend. And if we look at the evolution of packaging, it always had cycles. So at the very beginning, packaging, it was only protecting the goods. And then a little bit more was added to the packaging. And eventually, recently, packaging became very sophisticated with a lot of embellishment, a lot of colors, and sometimes oversized. And so now consumers, they realize that it is not really needed, specifically with e-commerce. When you are ordering on e-commerce,
Correct.
no need for a fantastic packaging.
Yes.
And the brand owners, they are also taking their responsibilities in reducing the carbon footprint.
Correct.
And if you design things in a different way, it can be elegant while being minimalist. So that trend is very visible. Personally, I like it because we need all of us, to be very sensitive to the climate change. And the more sophisticated your packages are, the more impact it has on the climate. That's no debate.
Sure.
So brand owners are now asking our converters to do things differently. And at Bobst, we have machines that are more flexible. If you look at corrugated, we have now machines that can do all kind of packages in different sizes, with less colors, consuming less ink. That can be done. And the new machines we have introduced in labels, this is the same. This is helping you to produce with reducing the amount of waste. Of course, if you want to put cold foil because it's beautiful on the labels, specifically for healthcare products,
Right.
you can do it. But if you want to do a minimalist design, you can also do it. And it's not because it's minimalist that it does not look good. So our machines, we do all what we can to reduce the waste, less ink consumption, less electricity consumption, less waste in the production. And we put also quality control solutions. Because for packaging, and this is something that a lot of people do not know, to produce 10,000 boxes, if you need to make 15,000, you have 10,000 right, it's a lot of waste.
Correct.
So at Bobst, we pay a lot of attention to quality control because we want to have what we call zero fault packaging. And this is also helping to reduce the environmental impact. So personally, I am a big fan of minimalist design, and it will look good and it will help us to have a more sustainable future.
Brilliant. Thank you.